everyone, welcome to Little Voices Big Ideas. This is a Teach for India talk show hosted by children about the things that really matter to us, what we think, what we feel and what we really want to do about these things. My name is Sallauddin. I study in 8th grade. I love to play football and my favorite movies are of James Bond.
And my name is Alifiya. I'm an 8th grade. I love dancing and singing. Just like Sallauddin, I'm a football player. So, the topic of our very first show is leadership. So, Sallauddin, before we start, what do you think of when I say the word leadership?
Leadership. When you say the word leadership, I think of people like Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King and Gandhiji. People who have created a change in the world and led others to do things that are right.
I have a dream.
Okay, so Nelson Mandela, Gandhiji, Martin Luther King. Who else can you think of?
More leaders. I can think of Barack Obama, Elon Musk and Malala Yousafzai.
Malala, she is just a kid though. So, children can be leaders too, Sallauddin.
Of course, why not? Children who are leaders are called student leaders. Children who bring about a positive change around themselves. Children who show leadership qualities. Children who inspire others to take action and empower people to bring about a difference.
That's a pretty simple explanation, Sallauddin. But can you give us a few more examples for that, because that sounds pretty interesting.
Let me think, Alifiya. Do you remember when we went for the beach cleanup after the Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations? Do you remember what the uncle had said when he saw us?
Let me think. Yes, I remember. When we went for the beach cleaning, he had come and said, if these young kids can clean the beach, then of course, so can we. And then some other people also joined us too.
Exactly. And that is just a small example. But there are so many other examples of student leadership around the world. There is an example of Alexandra Scott.
Oh, I've heard of Alexander Scott. You mean Alex and the Lemonade Stand, right? Wasn't she 4-year-old from Manchester who was diagnosed with cancer and then set up a lemonade stand to raise money for the children suffering from cancer, just like her?
Yes, you're absolutely right, Alifiya. And her foundation raised more than $1 million. And there is another example of Isadora, a 13-year-old girl from Brazil who wrote a blog on the condition of her school called Classroom Diary, where she has described the poor condition of her school and attracted a worldwide attention towards the things that are going wrong.
My favorite example is the one we just learned last week, Silla. Royce Mann, the 14-year-old boy from America who wrote and performed his poem about Black Lives Matter campaign to support the African Americans against the police brutality in US.
When I was born, I had a success story already written for me. You were given a pen and no paper. I've always felt that that's unfair, but I've never dared to speak up because I've been too scared. Well, now I realize that there's enough blankie to be shared. Everyone should have the privileges that I have. In fact, they should be rights instead. Everyone's story should be written, so all they have to do is get it read. Enough said!
Like these examples, do you know that there are many Teach for India student leadership stories as well?
Are you talking about Maya?
Yes, Maya is definitely one example. Do you know how did the Maya project started out, Salam? This is a story written for children by Shaheen Mistry, the CEO of Teach for India, about a young princess named Maya who used the value of courage, compassion and wisdom to overcome 3 difficult challenges to restore the light of her kingdom. And then a group of children from Mumbai and Pune then performed this show as a musical. I remember while sitting with the audience at Sophia Baba Hall. Do you remember how it was like, Salam?
Of course I remember. What a grand performance. Everything felt so real. But what I remember the most, Alifiya, was the theme of that story. It made me feel that such a young girl, Maya, who's just like us, did such great things for her community and for the people around her.
I think what I will remember the most aloud is a fantasy story made real by Priyanka.
Priyanka?
Yes, Priyanka was a part of Maya musical. After the performance, she was offered scholarship to study at United World College in Italy. While she was there, she made some new friends from all around the world, and then, in the summer vacation, she got her new friends in her community to teach art to the children, and at last, she did a showcase for the parents and teachers to come and watch.
That's beautiful. Priyanka seems to become like, what should I say, like a real Maya. But Alifiya, it was only one Priyanka who brought about such a positive change around herself. Think if we had hundreds, no, thousands of Priyanka all over India, then imagine what that would look like.
I can imagine the world become much nicer place to live in.
So now we have come to the end of our very first episode of Little Voices Big Ideas. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as we did. So stay tuned for our next episode, which is on health and sanitation. Stay curious. Bye bye.